Hello and welcome here to TalkFCB, and after Barça heroically got through to this round just last week, coming back against Granada, we were unable tonight to replicate those sort of feelings. We've fallen down 2-0 to Sevilla, and in all honesty, it was probably a fair result, leaving ourselves a mountain to climb in the return leg. We're going to be talking about what went wrong and some curious decisions from Ronald Koeman. It's all coming up. Let's get to it. Come on. Because this right here was the team that Koeman started this game with, and to be fair, we know that coming into this game we did have some injury problems, but it was still a surprise to me to see Junior Firpo being played there at right back. Koeman there taking a big risk in my opinion, dropping Longley to the bench, Mingueza and Umtiti starting at centre back, and Firpo not only playing out of position, but playing somebody there who's not really shown much form throughout the season so far. Midfield and attack was exactly how we expected, but I think when you're looking at Sevilla, what they had on us today and the way they really got at us was through that midfield. I think Juan Jordan was very, very good. Of course, Rakitić popped up with a really important goal, and Fernando at the heart of it there, very, very solid. But above all else, it was the backbone. It was the fact they had there Diego Carlos and Joules Kounde. I said before the game, they are a fantastic centre-back partnership, and Sevilla's defence, it was miles better than what we could do. And those two fullbacks, they're not even their first choice. They too have injury problems, and yet in this game, they defended better, they scored very good goals, and in the end, like I say, they did run out deserved winners. But it was quite a strange first half in many ways, because Barcelona, I felt, actually started the game quite decently. You know, we had a good amount of the ball, we had some good possession, we looked quite comfortable, quite calm, and in particular there, 10 minutes into the game, there was a brilliant move, an absolutely fantastic move there. Umtiti is starting at centre-back, he plays a really good, really brave pass out, we know that he can do that, we know that he's good on the ball, really, really nice play into midfield, we work it through De Jong, we work it out wide to Dembele, he cuts inside, plays in Griezmann, it's a brilliant ball over the top to Messi, and that could have easily been 1-0 Barça, and that could have been a very, very different game. And this thing about football, it is always about fine margins, but that was a wonderful move and deserved a goal at the end of it. Barça unlucky in that move. However, when you go on from that, suddenly then Sevilla started coming into the game. Suddenly then Sevilla started putting some serious pressure on our shoulders, and we did have a warning shot from Joules Kounde. Although he's a centre-back, he does have a tendency to get forward. He does like to get involved there in the action, in the attacking half of the pitch, and on 18 minutes there, he did have a snapshot that just about went wide of Ter Stegen's post. He didn't necessarily trouble the goalkeeper, but that was the warning sign. He was coming, and just a few minutes later, he really did hammer home that point. He actually picks the ball up, he's on one of those marauding runs, and what he does to Umtiti, well, it's not good at all, because he absolutely skins him alive, goes past Umtiti like he's not even there, and he's in on goal. And you've got to say, what good credit to him there. Brilliant finish. Sevilla had the lead, and in fairness, it was probably coming. Because even as the half drew to a close, Sevilla could have made it 2-0, but for a brilliant save there, stretching out with his left hand there, coming over and tipping that over the bar. Good effort from Escudero, but Ter Stegen keeping us in the game at half-time. But I think in terms of the second half, nothing really changed. Nothing really from Barça. There was nothing drastically different. We didn't really try and penetrate Sevilla in other ways. And that's why, for me, I am so surprised, almost shocked, angry even, that Koeman didn't make a sub until the 85th minute. For me, I don't get that. I do not understand. I spoke before the game about the lineup. I knew that he would go strong in this game, but we're all saying, okay, Puig can come off the bench. Francisco Trincao scored the match winner against Betis, and yet he gets brought on for the final seconds. He doesn't even get a matter of minutes on the field after that winning goal. You're looking for something. You're looking here to try and change the momentum of the game, but Koeman didn't do anything. He just did not try to change anything, and I just don't understand that whatsoever. We had a few chances in the second half. You know, Messi and De Jong had a good combination. Messi there testing Bono. He also had a free kick there where again Sevilla's goalkeeper stood up to the challenge. And there was one moment, to be fair, where I think Alba was pulled down in the area. And there's a few questionable calls on the night. No surprise at all from Mattia Lahoz. But that could have easily been a penalty. I don't really understand why that wasn't a penalty, because for me, it's either not a foul. You're either saying, you know what, that's not a foul, I'm not going to give it, or it's a penalty. I don't really get how that can be a free kick, because Lahoz gave the foul, but it's clearly inside the box. So I really don't understand there why that wasn't given as a penalty. But like I say, Sevilla on the day, they controlled midfield, they played out very quickly, they were very, very good on the break, and they did catch us out. 85 minutes gone, we were trying, of course, to get that equalising goal. I think we were pushing up too high, because a 1-0 loss isn't the end of the world. You know, going into the second leg, back at the Camp Nou, in a few weeks' time, it can be a very different story. And I think 2-0, that's a different story altogether. That's a very, very different scoreline. So I think that was a big, big mistake on our part. Very naive there to go pushing and pushing. Sevilla get in behind. It's Rakitić there. Umtiti falls over. Unfortunate moment again for him. And you know, Rakitić, he's not a quick guy. He's not somebody there who should be bursting through on goal. But we allow him that much space, that much time. He's in one-on-one with Ter Stegen. And you got to say again, wonderful finish. What a finish from Rakitić. Puts his foot through it. Real power. And I also appreciate there the fact that he didn't celebrate. He's playing there for the club that he loves in Seville, but he did have respect for Barça in that celebration. But ultimately today, it wasn't good enough. That today from Barça for me, it was a performance that really lacked anything. I don't really think we ever put sustained pressure on Sevilla. And ahead of the game against Paris Saint-Germain, it's just not really what we wanted. Coming into this game, it was a challenge, it was a test that we wanted to face head on. But we haven't really shown anything here. We haven't really shown that we can come against a team like this. And we said that Sevilla are a very good team. They're only 1 point behind us. In La Liga, they are a very, very good side. We know that. They've got good players. But still tonight, we didn't do enough. And like I say, in that second leg to come, 1-0 would have been manageable. 2-0 is a very different situation. It's going to be tough. And it's not over by any means. But Barça have a lot of work to do. But speaking of Paris Saint-Germain, I also do want to bring you some big news potentially there from PSG, because indeed they were in action tonight in a cup game. Surprisingly, Neymar actually started in that game, but he came off. Just 6 days before our meeting against them in the Champions League, Neymar there came off holding his groin with a possible injury. We don't know yet how serious it is. We don't know yet whether he'll miss that game or whether he'll return. I'd probably bank on him being back, but it is a concern for PSG on a night where, for us, things didn't go well. An update there to keep in mind. And so, as always, guys, after a game like this, obviously it's difficult to take, it's difficult to accept, but we have to do that. We have to move on. We have a game now coming up on Saturday in La Liga. It's a pretty quick turnaround. And the problem is now, Koeman has really prioritised this Copa del Rey. He clearly wants to win it. He clearly picked teams in the past year, resting players to come into this game. He wanted this trophy. Now we've lost. Will he put more emphasis on La Liga? We'll have to wait and see what selection he goes with on Saturday, which of course is the final game before PSG. I will see you then, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below on what you felt from tonight's game. I'll see you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.